So now we are going to look at how to get the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So this is slightly more involved than getting the determinant for a 2 by 2 matrix, but we're going to go through it. So if we start off with our matrix A, and we're going to say that matrix A is 1, 0, 2, 2, 3, 1, 0, 2, 3. So let's say that's our 3 by 3 matrix, and we're asked to get the determinant. There's a few different ways that you can do this, but I've always found that it's easiest to kind of follow the kind of same rough structure as a 2 by 2, but obviously for a 3 by 3 you have to extend it a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just outside the main matrix, I'm going to copy the first 2 columns of the matrix on the outside. So I'm going to take these 2 columns and just copy them on the outside just to make things a little bit easier. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 0 and 0, 3, 2. So that's just copying the first 2 columns. So then to get the determinant, we're going to do a similar multiplication thing across diagonals. So for the 3 by 3 case, we're going to take the determinant of A is going to be the sum of the diagonals going in this direction. So we've got our first diagonal there, which is just the main diagonal of the matrix. And then because we've extended the matrix out, we're going to take the next diagonal that goes 1 outside the original matrix. And then our final diagonal goes 2 outside the original matrix. So we're going to take the sum of the products of those. So if we look, our first one is going to be 1 times 3 times 3. That's just our first diagonal. Plus our second diagonal, which is 0 times 1 times 0. Plus our third diagonal, which is 2 times 2 times 2. So that's our first piece. And then we're going to subtract the sum of the products of the diagonals going in the opposite direction. So in that case, our first diagonal again goes through the matrix. So it's 2 times 3 times 0. So 2 times 3 times 0. Plus then our second diagonal, again, is 1 outside the matrix. So we've got 1 times 1 times 2, there in orange. So 1 times 1 times 2. Plus, and then our final diagonal is, again, 2 outside of the original matrix. So it's 0 times 2 times 3. So 0 times 2 times 3. So then we just have to multiply these out. So I'm going to stick with the original brackets. So we have 1 times 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 0 times 1 times 0 is 0, plus 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, and then minus the second bracket, 2 times 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 times 1 times 2 is 2, plus 0 times 2 times 3 again is 0. And then once we add those up, we will get 25 minus 2, which is 23. So that is the determinant of our 3 by 3 matrix A. So it's just a case of getting the 3 diagonals that are going from left to right, and getting the product of those, and then the sum of the product of the anti-diagonals. So this might take a little bit of practice and a little bit of getting used to, but this will work for any 3 by 3 matrix. You just need to copy out the first 2 columns of your original matrix.